Have you ever noticed your heart racing, palms sweating, or body shaking at airport security? It's not just nerves. Your brain and body are being secretly controlled, and most people don't even realize it. You're standing in a long line, waiting for metal detectors. Every beep and every look from a security officer makes you anxious. You feel trapped, stressed, and nervous. In this video, I'll show you what really happens to your brain and body at airport security, why airports can control your feelings without you knowing, and simple ways to fight back. So hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. You don't want to miss this. The moment you step in line at airport security, your body reacts even before your mind fully realizes it. Your brain senses potential threats in this unfamiliar environment. It doesn't know if the threat is real or imagined. It just reacts. This reaction is called the fight or flight response. It's your body's built-in alarm system designed to protect you from danger. When your brain triggers fight or flight, it releases stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. Adrenaline makes your heart beat faster, pumping blood to your muscles. Cortisol heightens your alertness, but also keeps your body on edge. Even small things, like a metal detector beeping or a security officer giving a quick glance, can activate this system. Your palms start sweating, your breathing becomes shallow, and your muscles tense up. According to a study by WCTRS, crowded airports increase these somatic stress reactions in about 70% of passengers. That means most people feel real physical stress, not just nervous thoughts. Your body is literally reacting as if you're in danger, even when you're just waiting for your bag to pass through an X-ray machine. Imagine a passenger flagged for extra screening. Immediately, their heart rate jumps. They start overthinking. Did I pack something wrong? Will this delay my flight? That anxiety feeds back into their body, making their palms sweat more, their stomach churn, and sometimes even their hands shake. Every little stimulus is amplified by the body's stress response. This is why standing in line feels exhausting, even though you're barely moving. Your brain is alert, your body is tense, and all of this happens without conscious thought. Airports are full of small triggers, sounds, movements, sudden instructions, all enough to keep the body in high alert. Understanding this is the first step in regaining control. Knowing that your stress is a natural reaction, not a personal weakness, allows you to consciously calm your body. Simple awareness of your own fight or flight response can prevent panic, reduce sweating, and even improve how you navigate security lines. Next, we'll explore how perceived waiting time makes this stress worse and how airports use it to their advantage. But first, remember, your brain and body are always reacting, whether you notice it or not. Waiting in line at airport security can feel like the longest part of your journey. But here's the surprising truth. Your brain often perceives waiting time as longer than it actually is. Even if you're only standing for 10 minutes, it can feel like half an hour or more. Researchers have studied this phenomenon, and a study published by MDPI found that perceived waiting time creates stronger emotional reactions than the actual wait. People become more impatient, stressed, and anxious when they feel like time is dragging, even if the line moves at a normal pace. This is why some passengers get frustrated in lines that others barely notice. The emotional effects are real. Perceived delays trigger boredom, feelings of neglect, and a sense of lost control. You may start thinking, why is this taking so long? Or, am I being treated unfairly? These thoughts amplify the body's stress response. Heart rate increases, muscles tense, and your mind becomes hyper-focused on every small stimulus. A beep, a glance, a slow-moving officer. Long lines also affect your decision-making. When people feel trapped by waiting, they are more likely to comply with instructions automatically, follow rules without question, and avoid confrontation. This is not laziness or weakness. It's your brain trying to reduce stress by following the easiest path. Let's look at a real example. Imagine you're in a security line that seems to barely move. You glance at the clock repeatedly. Each tick feels like an eternity. Your palms sweat, shoulders tighten, and small annoyances, someone stepping out of line, a suitcase being pulled, feel magnified. This is your brain and body responding to perceived waiting time, not actual danger. Airports use this knowledge intentionally. By designing lines that twist, have varying speeds, and create small obstacles, they can make waiting feel longer. Every step, every delay keeps your body slightly stressed, ensuring that you stay alert, obedient, and easier to manage. Understanding how perceived waiting time affects you is crucial. When you realize that the frustration is coming from your perception, not reality, you can take control. Simple mental tricks, focusing on breathing, counting steps, or planning ahead can reduce stress, slow your heart rate, and make the wait feel shorter. Next, we'll dive into psychological tricks airports use to increase compliance and how your brain reacts to social pressure and subtle cues. Airports aren't just stressful because of lines or metal detectors. They are carefully designed to influence how you behave. One of the most powerful tools they use is social conformity. Simply put, when you see everyone else following the rules, stepping into the scanner, emptying their pockets, showing ID without complaint, your brain takes a shortcut. It assumes compliance is the normal and safe choice. You follow along automatically, often without thinking. This tendency is rooted in human psychology. People naturally look at others for guidance in uncertain situations. Standing in line, surrounded by strangers who are calmly obeying, your brain calculates, if everyone else is doing this, it must be safe. This is why social conformity makes most passengers go along quietly, even if they feel anxious or uncomfortable. Another trick is called the prevalence effect. In airport security, real threats are rare. Most passengers carry nothing dangerous. Studies show that when dangerous events are uncommon, the human brain tends to overlook small details, focusing less on subtle cues. This makes passengers more likely to comply with rules without questioning them. It's not laziness. It's a natural cognitive response to low-threat environments. The TSA uses this knowledge in its Behavior Detection and Analysis (BDA) program. According to Wikipedia, the TSA looks at 94 behavioral indicators, signs of stress, fear, or deception, to decide whether a passenger needs extra screening. Even tiny signs, like fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, or shallow breathing, can flag the system. Imagine a passenger hesitating before putting their bag on the conveyor. Their mind races. Am I doing something wrong? They notice others complying smoothly. Almost instantly, the anxiety spikes, and the brain decides the safest option is to follow along, even if they feel stressed. This is a perfect example of social conformity combined with subtle behavioral manipulation. Every beep, every glance from security officers, and every line movement is a small nudge. Your brain interprets these cues and adjusts your behavior automatically. Understanding these psychological tricks is crucial because once you recognize them, you can resist unnecessary stress and take control of your own reactions. In the next segment, we'll explore how airport design and small obstacles further manipulate your body and mind, keeping you on high alert without you even noticing. Airports are more than just places to catch flights. They are carefully designed environments that subtly influence your mind and body. Every corridor, shop, and waiting area is planned to guide your behavior and even your emotions. One trick is the layout of the security line itself. Lines often twist, turn, and funnel passengers into tight spaces. This creates a feeling of being trapped, which increases stress. Waiting areas are placed strategically so passengers see stores and advertisements, drawing attention and subtly encouraging spending while their brain is under stress. According to an article on Medium, many airports act like behavioral laboratories. They test how subtle changes in line speed, path design, or environment affect passenger compliance, stress levels, and even spending habits. Your brain reacts automatically to these small cues, often without conscious thought. For example, when your path through security takes unexpected turns or you have to navigate around obstacles, your mind perceives a loss of control. The stress response activates, heart rate rises, palms sweat, and you become more alert. Under these conditions, passengers are more likely to follow instructions quickly, avoid questioning authority, and make rapid decisions just to get through the line. Shops and advertisements placed along this path take advantage of your stressed state. A stressed brain is more likely to spend money on small items, snacks, or souvenirs, even if you didn't plan to. This is not accidental. It's subtle manipulation of your psychology while your body is still in fight or flight mode. Airports also use color, lighting, and sound cues to influence mood. Bright lights, clean floors, and constant background noise keep you attentive and slightly anxious, which ensures you remain focused on the task of getting through security quickly. The key takeaway is that your brain and body are constantly reacting to these environmental cues. When you understand how airports manipulate stress and decision-making, you can become aware of these triggers, slow your reactions, and take back control of your own mind and body. Next, we'll move to segment 5, what you can do, simple hacks to reduce stress and regain control in the airport, so you're not just a passive passenger. Now that you know how airport security affects your brain and body, let's talk about what you can do to reduce stress and take back control. These are simple hacks you can use anytime in the airport. First, breathing exercises. Slow, deep breaths help lower your heart rate and reduce cortisol, the stress hormone. Even taking 5 deep breaths before stepping into the security line signals to your brain that you are safe. Research shows that controlled breathing can reduce anxiety and physical tension, making your body calmer. Second, mental preparation. Before arriving at the airport, review the security process in your mind. Know what you will need to take out of your bag, shoes off, liquids separate. This reduces surprises and uncertainty, which are major triggers for stress. According to studies on perceived control, when you mentally prepare, your brain feels more in charge, lowering stress responses. Third, body posture. Stand tall, shoulders back, and relax your muscles. Posture affects your nervous system. An open, confident posture signals safety to your brain, lowering the fight or flight response. Small adjustments like rolling your shoulders or unclenching your fists can make a measurable difference in how tense you feel. Fourth, small movements and micro breaks. Subtle movements like shifting weight from one foot to another, gentle stretches, or flexing your hands release tension and keep circulation going. Research in human physiology shows that micromovements reduce muscle tightness and help your brain stay calm. Fifth, focus on something positive or distracting. Listening to music, reviewing a mental checklist, or visualizing your destination can divert attention from stress triggers. This reduces the body's stress response and keeps your mind occupied on something under your control. Applying these tips together can significantly reduce the physical and mental strain caused by airport security. Your heart won't race as much, your palms won't sweat as heavily, and your mind will feel calmer and more in control. By understanding how your brain and body respond and using these practical hacks, you're no longer a passive passenger. You regain control, make smarter decisions, and navigate security with confidence. Up next, we'll wrap up with a quick summary of key takeaways and final thoughts to help you remember these tips every time you travel. To quickly recap, airport security affects your brain and body in ways most people don't notice. From increased heart rate and stress hormones to perceived waiting time and subtle psychological tricks, your mind and body are being hacked, but now you know how to fight back. In the next video, we'll reveal the hidden tricks airports use to make you spend thousands on junk. You don't want to miss it. If you found this video helpful, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss tips that can make your travel easier, safer, and less stressful. Stay aware, stay calm, and take control every time you fly.